Ladies and gentlemen, truth is such a thing from which human being cannot escape from, and that is the reality of life. How does this life exist in this nature, in this world, and how do death occurs, and consequently how rebirth takes place, and also the role of the embodied self which is within us. I will reveal all these factors today in this video. So, brothers and sisters, do welcome to this video, and those of you who have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that this reality will reveal lots many things that people think it's so easy, but that seems to be so easy, but actually in real sense it is not so. And therefore, let's go ahead with this video. The God says in Bhagwat Geeta that there is the nature, that is the Prakriti, and that Prakriti, the nature, is the Garbhadhankari Mata, that is the womb carrier mother. And God says, the Supreme Soul, I am the sower of the seed. I sow seed in this womb. That is called the Purusha. So with the union of Prakriti and Purusha, life comes into existence. That means birth takes place. And therefore, as you know, there are thousands and millions of lives, beings in this world, including human being. And therefore, we consume food. And beforehand, the Supreme Soul has fixed the creation of life system, the cycle. He has already formed the cycle. He has nothing left to be done. And therefore, as you know, the food that we consume, that leads to various species lives, including human being. And therefore, he has created the female factor and the male factor of that particular species, including human, who just carry further the life process through reproduction. And therefore, there is no need to think that I am the father, because God has chosen the medium only. Like human being, all other animals, God has chosen the medium, so that this life cycle continues. You will find God has created already the DNA to every species, including human being, and the races it belongs to. And therefore, in Sanatan Dharma, that means in Sanatan people's life cycle, so also all other human being life cycle, but particularly the Sanatan Dharma life cycle, we have the Gotra, that is the blood that continued from the initial life makers. And therefore, and it is found that it is the DNA belongs to a number of rishis. For example, Bharadwaj Gotra, that means Rishi Bharadwaj. We are the clan of Rishi Bharadwaj. We are the descendants. And therefore, we are not only the human being now present, that we have taken birth. Millions of years back, life has been in existence, and therefore our forefathers came into being, and with the particular DNA races, clan. This present life is going on. Due to the natural ecosystem and aging, the life exists for certain time, for years. And due to aging, the body, when the body is of no use further in this present life, and therefore the body has to go. That what we call the death. But before we go ahead with the death and rebirth, I have to reveal the fact that we are talking about the solid body, that is the what is called the sthula sarira, solid body, that is transformation of food. But this solid body is not the only one. Let me explain. This solid body is the transformation of food. Then we have another two bodies, the sthula sarira, that solid body that can be seen, but the sukshma sharira and the karan sharira. The sukshma sharira, which comprises of man, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. That is the mind, the intellect, consciousness and the reason for existence of the body due to ignorance. This is the sukshma sharira. So this, when the sthula sarira, the solid body, has lived its life, it's the elements by which it is made of, that is the Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. That's called the Pancha Tattva. The sky, air, fire, water and earth. Originating to that elements that exist in nature, the body mingles with it. Then when the dead body is over, in what way it is cremated, remains the sukshma sharira and karan sharira. And that lives, that two bodies are lives that we can't see. And that comprises of this, your mind, intellect, consciousness and ahankara, that is egoism, man, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. And therefore, that still lives after death of a person. Here, I am not going to discuss life after death. That I will after some time, not in this video. But how does further rebirth takes place? After a person dies, that sukshma sharira, the subtle body, travels for some time. That is destined with its karma. And as per the results of the karma, if that person, when dying, is in power of the, out of the three, that is the rajas guna of the nature, then that rajas guna is restlessness, the instinct for works, greed. That embodied soul attached with the nature after completion of the travel as per the karma, that will take birth in human womb according to its karma's results. This way rebirth takes place. But God has a greater plan. He has created this nature and the life cycle in such a way that He maintains the ecological balance with each and every species and animals. As you would know, all the animals bears the body, and that is called the Bhog-kshetra. That is the body which enjoys the nature, natural instincts. But human body is different. God has provided, other than those enjoyment pleasures, knowledge in case of human being, where development of knowledge takes place. And therefore, with this knowledge, human being finds, attains the true self in itself. But unless the embodied self, which is attached to the nature of the three gunas with its mind, the Sukshma Sharira, until and unless those Sukshma Sharira and the Karan Sharira, that is the subtle body, due to ignorance, is removed, is overcome through knowledge by that person, rebirth takes place again and again, and therefore the life cycle goes on. Here we find one very confirmed thing, and that is our life's journey is continued. The birth and deaths are just the stations, but we might have had earlier life, and this is the present life, and our karma will lead the path to the next life, what it would be. And therefore, this life is a still ongoing journey for all of us. Before birth, this birth, and after birth also. And therefore, one has to understand this fact to get rid of this ignorance. And through knowledge, one finds himself, the true self within himself, attain it, and get rid of the pain of living in this world, taking births again and again. Who knows? This may be the last human body, because God says through only the human body, through knowledge, one can attain the liberation, by none other bodies. So, what is the role of the embodied soul? God says that the embodied self, the soul, the supreme soul, is the creator of everything. It is the shelter for all living things that exist in this nature, in this world. He is the reason. He is the reason for births. He takes care of the existence and death and after death also. It provides everything that the living beings, including human beings, need for existence. But the Supreme Soul, the pure soul, is not attached with the nature, because he is the creator. Even if He dwells in human being, in every being, He is not the doer. He does not do anything. All the things that is carried on is by the nature and the three gunas, that is sattva, raja and tama gunas, that is present in the nature, that drives human beings and animals to push off their life according to its influences. Like the sun, which illuminates all the other that exists in the solar system. It illuminates everything. Likewise, the infinite soul, it illuminates each and every bodies, including human body. It is so near to the human, yet it is far away from the ignorant people. And therefore, this is how our Supreme Soul, our embodied self, which is attached to the nature, needs to be understood, needs to be known, and attain the true knowledge of it to get rid of these repeated births. Friends, how do you like this video? If you find it to be interesting, please do comment, share it to your friends so that the facts that I have mentioned as per the Bhagwat Geeta, Rig Veda and other Vedas and Upanishads. And therefore, thank you very much for being with me. Let's meet in next video with a further interesting topic for you. Thank you once again. Goodbye.